Huge shout out to my guy Nam. Thanks so much for that iced coffee. It was delicious and it is gone. Well, how's everybody doing? Happy New Year. And to all those down here in Texas, I hope you're thawing from our little ice storm that we had a few days ago. It's mostly gone now, hardly any trace. And the sun is shining and it's getting quite warm again. So, how about those ICE agents? Those pieces of shit nobody likes. I love what some of these governors and mayors are doing to fight against them. They're really out there trying to help us fight the great fight against this fascist system that is strangleholding us. The lawmakers ain't doing shit. All they do is run their mouths and talk about how we need to vote. And voting doesn't matter and voting doesn't work. Like one of the lawmakers recently said in one of his interviews, in a long roundabout sort of way, when asked what are they doing to help us, he didn't answer the question because he didn't want to flat out say there's nothing that they can do or that they will do. He did say that the system only works if both parties agree to work together. So that means if one of the parties does not agree to the terms of the rules and just does their own thing, there's nothing that can be done about it. And the Republicans don't mind playing dirty. And the Democrats play dirty in their own way, but they're not, they're on such a moral high horse that they won't come down and kick a little sand in their faces and kick anybody in the stomach to get any real results. So there is nothing that we can do about what the Trumpkin and his administration is doing. We have to just wait it out and let it run its course, I suppose. But that doesn't sit well with some of our leaders, and they are fighting back. Thank you to Mayor Brandon Johnson of Chicago. I love you. If you ever get to see this video, thank you for everything that you do and everything that you say and everything that you've been working on. You are my president, and I would love to see you run and take that office and fix some shit around here. I respect you so highly, and I appreciate the job that you're doing out there. And even though I live in Texas and you're all the way out there, I feel like that you're fighting for me too. And I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you, and I wish you well, and I pray for your safety and your good health, and that you continue to fight the good fight. Thank you, Mayor Johnson. Thank you very much. Well, I'm going to be dropping a video that I've been so busy lately. I didn't have an opportunity to, and it had to do a little bit with the killing of that white woman a few weeks ago by the ICE agents. Since then, they have gone out of their way to harm another Caucasian American, and it was a man this time. Not the right man though, but it was a man. He was I heard he was a nurse. We need a libertarian. Can we get a libertarian? Can we get someone to sacrifice a libertarian? And maybe his raunchy kids. That way, maybe someone will actually do something about these monsters on the street. If we can get a libertarian shot down, not that I'm saying that I want anyone else to be harmed, but if you're going to target another American citizen, make sure it is one of your own, so that we can see how the government reacts when it is a white male libertarian on the ground from the ICE agents. That would be quite interesting, very amusing, but quite interesting. I would like to see how they would handle that situation and what the media and the lawmakers would, or government officials would say about that. I know Scott Bessent wasn't running his mouth about having an opinion on that. He's the Treasury Secretary. He don't have no business voicing an opinion on these things, and he needs to shut his ugly ass. But I'm not here for all that. I really wanted to talk about the election coming up, the midterm. And I was wrong. I was wrong, and I love it that I was finally wrong about something, but I was only partly wrong about this. I thought that it would be a presidential election that would be disrupted, and that the Trumpkin or whoever was in office would stop before it happened so that they could maintain an office. But it's not. It is the midterms. And why is it the midterms, children? It's the midterms because it's far more important than the presidential election itself. If you conquer the midterms or stop the midterms from happening, things stay the way that they are in this particular instance. You can't get new leadership, and new leadership won't have the opportunity to drag his orange ass out of office or to stop him from doing any more harm, because the other side would take the Senate and the House. So that's what's going to happen. He's going to disrupt the midterm election. He's going to stop the midterm elections from happening so that we are stuck with the leaders that we have now. And we all know that the lawmakers in office now have abdicated their power to the president, along with all of the judges. So if he keeps the people that are there in, then he doesn't have to worry about losing his seat as president, or being thrown out, or at least being neutered in his office. He won't have to worry about them stopping him and making this a lame duck presidency, because that's what would happen if the other side were to take office or to take seats in the next election. So yeah, it's not the presidential election that we need to worry about, because that's another 4 years off or so. And it's really too dark to even try to see that far with the way things are going. But the midterm, if he can stop the midterm elections from happening, then he has a chance at not having anyone stop him in his endeavors. And so I think that's where we're headed. The rest of the country, if you don't know by now, you should know that Texas will be no good to you, Democrats out there. Texas will not help you. So I don't care who you're pandering to. I don't care who you're screaming to get out and vote to. Texas isn't going to help the independents or the Democrats, or anyone else for that matter, because in Texas, Black Americans don't hold a solid vote individually. It takes 5 of us to equal 1 vote, which is outrageous that that's happening in the 21st century. It's crazy that none of you are talking about it. It's mind-blowing that nobody has said a thing. But they have fixed it so that no matter where the demographic is concentrated, there will be white votes to drown it out. So Texas is void of any help to you. It doesn't even matter if we go out and vote this election, people, because we won't have a voice. It takes 5 black votes to equal 1 vote. It takes 3 Hispanic votes to equal 1 vote. And that's a real slap in the face. And it takes 1 white vote to equal 1 white vote. So we are no good to the system. We are no good in helping the country in the midterm or the presidential election as things stand, unless we get this ridiculous racist law overturned. That's the way it will remain. And there ain't There ain't a colorless person in this state that can tell me that they're not racist, because they sat by and they let this happen and nobody said nothing. Not a march, not a scream, not a yell, not a shout, nothing. Everybody stood by and took this. So for the rest of you 49 states, I hope you got it, because Texas is going to be no help to you this time around. And it's really sad, because we do have quite a nice population of Black Americans here, and surprisingly enough, we do kind of have a fairly reasonable amount of Hispanics that do respect humanity. Not a lot, but we do have a few. So I hope the rest of you guys got it. I hope the rest of you 49 states can handle it. Do not expect any help from us, because we won't be able to get in the game. And yeah, that's it. I just wanted to bring that up and bring it to your attention and let you all chew on that. But yeah, the midterm is not going to happen. He's going to make sure that the midterms don't happen. And if they do, he's going to make sure that we don't get to the polls. And if we do get to the polls, our vote's not going to count. So thank you all. I appreciate you for coming out to the Queendom and visiting with me today. Take care of yourselves. Remember, get with your friends, get with your family members, people you care about. Talk about these issues and find solutions to your everyday problems. Bye.